Okay, Essentials families, last but not least, we have this is part 3 of our videos on how to put together your 5th edition Essentials Guide. So this is the student packet. It will come with the blank charts, like this, the editing exercises, some blank Quid Quo, and analytical task sheet. But again, you do not want to write on your analytical task sheet or your Quid Quo or your master copy of the blank charts. So I strongly encourage you to make copies of those and then put those copies in sheet protectors or shop ticket holders. And this is how I would arrange the binder for a first year. I would have the master chart right here and a blank chart so they can just easily copy. And that's fine because they're learning through repetition, through memorization, so you want them to copy. Other ways to work on charts is to do them on the driveway in chalk, or you can do them orally, or there's some songs for a few of them. I will send those out in emails as we get to those charts. There's a lot of different ways to memorize if your child doesn't really learn by memorizing, but for the most part, just by simply copying these all the time, they will learn them just by repetition. You do not copy every chart. So like chart B, there's no blank chart because you're not supposed to copy it. So that's what I have here. And like I told you before, I start with an abbreviation sheet so they know how to label the sentences. Then I have a copy of the weekly sentences in here. So they're just easy for them to do. And they can either write them on this analytical task sheet. It's blank, then they fill out the mechanics, the question confirmation. They would diagram it right here. Here's a Quid Quo. Or they can do it on notebook paper. That is truly up to you. Sometimes actually with my 3rd year, I plan on just typing them out and keeping a record of them in a binder, but that's also just up to you. So let me tell you, here's how I've kind of discovered my favorite way to do charts. This is what's called a shop ticket holder, and it's wonderful. It's the same kind of concept that the foundation students draw their maps. That, you know, they're easy to wipe off. It doesn't stick. And so my daughter, she's a 3rd year, so she doesn't exactly need to copy anymore. She just needs to practice so she doesn't forget. So most of these parts of speech charts she can do by memory. And so these stay at home, they're on the shelf. She knows she has to copy 2 a day. That's just what we've decided. And they're just easy to get to. If she needs to refer back to the masters, she just opens her binder and turns to whichever chart she needs. So it's easy peasy. I'm not really involved in this other than just making sure she does it. So I think I have, I don't know, 8 of these. And they just stay in here because it's just less mess that way and they don't get lost and easy to find. Okay, this is just a little extra for IEW. They're gonna have vocabulary. You can see this is from last year. I need to make a new whatever the binder cover. So IEW is, this is not the grammar. This is just what I have her do for vocab and IEW. I have a little binder. I have a 99-cent zipper pouch for her to keep her vocabulary cards in to work on, which are in the back of the student book for IEW. I actually make her look up the vocabulary words. She cannot look at the vocabulary cards until after she's actually looked them up in the dictionary. I just want her to have that practice of having to like learn, where they are in the alphabet and finding things in the dictionary. She has to write the part of speech and the definition. And then she can cut the vocabulary cards out and work on them and stick them in her book. And then as the process of writing her papers, she would put them in here. It's where she works on her rough draft, and then we would put her papers in here. It's blank because I've taken it out for the year. So that's how that's the binder for IEW, just to keep track of the work and keep it all in one place so papers just aren't everywhere. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer anytime. And there's also several different ways to do this. So I'm going to post links to help other people do their guides as well, so you have options. Thanks for listening.